a slide on a screen. It's not a thing on a badge. It's not a word that we chant and then we go home the same. Breakthrough is an inside decision that shows up on the outside of you. It's the moment you stop negotiating with your potential. It's the moment you stop saying, can I really do this? And you start declaring, watch me. And so there's a couple of thousand people, I'll say about 1,500 people in this room, that are business owners, business builders, and dreamers. That means that this room is full of stories. We have single parents, we have caregivers, dreamers with full-time jobs, people rebuilding after a hard season, people who look confident on the outside and are fighting doubt on the inside. And what I want you to hear me, I want you to hear me clearly today. If you made it to this room, guess what? You have already proven one thing. You don't quit. Yeah, you don't quit. You might get tired, you might get discouraged, you might get quiet sometimes, right? But something in you keeps showing up. This weekend we're going to talk a lot about breakthrough. We're going to talk a lot about results. We're going to talk a lot about growth. We're going to talk a lot about what's possible. But before any of that becomes real in your business, it has to become real in your identity. Because you will never consistently outperform what you believe you deserve. And some of the biggest limits aren't in your skill, they're in your story. I didn't grow up with hugs. Some of you can relate to that. I didn't grow up hearing, I love you, you're amazing, you are enough. I didn't grow up being reassured. I never heard the heartbeat of a human being up close. So I learned to be tough. I learned to be independent. I learned to keep people out. I told myself, I'm not a hugger. But the truth is, I wasn't cold. I was hungry. Hungry for a connection, hungry for belonging, hungry for feeling that I mattered to somebody, just anybody. Then I walked into this room. I walked into this meeting. And they're introducing people to people, profession to profession. And strangers keep coming up smiling, offering me their hand. And I'm looking at them, and I'm saying, and they're saying, oh, I'm a hugger. And I'm saying, I'm not. I'm stiff, I'm guarded, and I'm trying to look like I've made it. Because when you don't feel like you belong, you either disappear or you perform like you don't need anybody. Then they bring the meeting to order. And a beautiful woman, she walks to the front of the room. Her hair is pulled back. Her makeup is flawless. She's smelling good. She's looking good. She's suited up. Her presence is everything. And they say, stand up. Does everybody stood up? And she starts singing. I've got that Mary Kay enthusiasm up in my head. Up in my head. Up in my head. I've got that Mary Kay enthusiasm up in my head. Up in my head Tuesday, and I'm so happy, so very happy. And I'm sitting there thinking, this is just so unprofessional. And what I really meant was, this is too free, this is too joyful, this is too connected. Because when you live guarded, joy feels suspicious. Oh yeah, but she keeps going. I've got that Mary Kay enthusiasm down in my heart. Down in my heart. And while I'm judging, the room is moving. The room is united. The room is alive. And I can feel it pulling on me. Then it gets to down here at my feet. Down here at my feet. And I'm like, all right, I'll do it. And I start moving. It was awkward at first. I was stiff at first. But then something shifts. Because belonging isn't a thought. Belonging is a decision. And I went from sitting there feeling like an outsider to standing in the same rhythm with everybody else. Then they asked for something. And it turns out that something that they asked for, guess what? I had it. As a guest, I had it. And suddenly, I'm not in the back anymore, I'm in the front. I'm being recognized. I'm being celebrated. I'm being appreciated. And I'm telling you, that moment for me was my breakthrough. You see, when life stops treating you like you're invisible and starts treating you like you're somebody, you start responding differently. And then Betty hugged me. And when she hugged me, my ear hit her chest. And I heard a heartbeat of a human being for the first time. And I need you to understand, the heartbeat was bigger than money for me. It was bigger than a title. It was bigger than applause. Because I could handle being broke. See, I had adjusted. Oh, come on, somebody. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. I had adjusted to being broke. I had adjusted to struggling. I could handle that. I could handle not having everything together. What I couldn't handle anymore was being disconnected. I didn't need a transaction, I needed a connection. I needed proof that I could be close to people and still be safe. I needed to feel human again. So the next week, I asked the girl that invited me to the meeting, I said, hey, this is nice, can I come back again? And she said, look here, girl, you got to make up your mind. Either you're going to do this or not. And I said, well, sign me up, because I like this. And I joined. And at first, for me, it wasn't about the money. It wasn't about the plan. It was all about that hug. It was about hearing Betty's heartbeat. It was about finally having something I didn't even realize I was missing. And so from connection to consistency, here's what happened. I started showing up. I started trying. I started stretching. I started winning. Oh yeah. Not because I became fearless overnight, no, but because love makes you great. When you feel supported, you do more, don't you? When you feel seen, you risk more. When you feel like you belong, you stop self-sabotaging the very thing you prayed for. That's why this room matters. Because Life Vantage business owners, business builders, leaders don't just sell, they serve. They connect. They invite people into possibility. They create community for people who have been doing life alone. Some people will come for a product. Some will come for income. Some will come for freedom. But a lot of people stay because for the first time, they feel like they matter. Yeah. Then the rewards, opportunities, incentives, perks, payoff came, pink Cadillac, some of y'all know what I'm talking about. All that stuff came. And then I looked around and I said, oh, I can make some money over here. And that's real. That's exciting. That changes families. But I want you to catch the order. Here's the order. Connection came first. Courage came next. And then consistency, that came afterwards. And the compensation showed up as a receipt. And so my breakthrough wasn't financial. My breakthrough was personal. So breakthrough conference. My Life Vantage brothers and sisters, let me ask you, what needs to break in you this weekend? Is it the fear of hearing no? Is it the need to be perfect before you post? Is it the habit of hiding behind, I'm doing a little research right now. When you're really afraid to just begin? Is it pride that won't let you ask for help? Is it the story that you're not like them? Because I'm here to tell you, the wall you call personality might be a wound. And the next level is on the other side of letting that wound heal. And so this weekend, don't just take notes. Take action. Don't just get inspired, get in motion. Don't just watch leaders lock arms with leaders. Have the conversations you've been avoiding. Make the list you've been postponing. Send the message you keep rewriting. Do the follow-ups you keep calling bothering people. It's not bothering, it's believing. It's leadership. It's you being the bridge for somebody else's breakthrough. And if you want to lead at the highest level in this company, here it is. Be ready for somebody. Find the person who's sitting in the back. Find the person who looks cool, too cool. Find the person who isn't moving when everybody else is moving. Find the person who says, well, I'm just here to see what this is all about. And instead of judging them, love them. Instead of labeling them, invite them. Because the cold ones are often the ones who will become the strongest leaders once they finally feel safe enough to open. Oh, yeah. Now, let's finish like this. Some of you have been asking for a breakthrough, but you've been behaving like you don't want to receive. Some of you have been praying for increase, but you've been whispering your invitation. Some of you want a bigger team, but you've been building alone. Some of you want freedom, but you've been staying faithful to the same habits that keep you trapped. Breakthrough is not what you wish for, breakthrough is what you decide. Yes. And so here's what I want you to know. Are you ready to stop surviving and start leading? Yes. Are you ready to stop watching and start building? Yes. Are you ready to stop being the person who almost does it and become the person who finishes what they start? Yes. Because there is somebody attached to your yes. There is a family attached to your consistency. There is a future attached to your courage. There is a version of you that is waiting on you to act like it's real. That day, when Betty hugged me and I heard her heartbeat, something in me woke up. And I realized, if her heart can beat with that much belief, then mine can too. And I'm telling you right now, your heart is beating. Your dream is still alive. Your best season is still possible, but you cannot get your breakthrough with your arms crossed. Uncross your arms. You cannot get your breakthrough hiding in the back. You cannot get your breakthrough waiting to feel ready. You get it when you move. You get it when you speak. You get it when you show up again and again and again and again. You get it when you decide that your story does not end where you've been. So, Life Vantage, this is your moment. This is our moment. Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. Stand up in your faith. Stand up in your courage. Stand up in your work. Stand up in your business. Stand up in your calling. And when you leave this room, don't leave the fire in the chair. Take it to your phones. Take it to your calendars. Take it to your followers. Take it to your next invite. Take it to your team chats. Take it to your next presentation. Take it to your next decision. Because the breakthrough you're looking for isn't out there. Guess where it is? It's in you. And if you can hear your heartbeat, you can build, you can lead, you can win. Now, I've got that LB enthusiasm up in my head.